Hey guys, welcome back, and let's check our post, shall we? Oh god, please help me.
为什么会这样？
Why?
Porque siempre me pasa esto.
부처님, 나도 좀
Please, brother,
도와줘요.
help me. So we got in terms of timelines. Oh, we can zoom out, can't we? We have those two which are linked, those two which are linked, and that one. Interesting. Let's check out these persons first of all. Let's try you. Here I come in 20,000 pesos. My name is Chang Yong-min, and I recently graduated from the Korean Police Academy. I'm 23 years old. It was my first day reporting to a Busan police precinct. I hadn't realised I'd never slept until my Sir Spotty alarm clock had gone off for the 10th time. I jumped out of bed and slipped in my pants and shirt, rushed out the door with my coat in my hand. I knocked over my neighbour's flowers by accident. Sorry. I'll clean up later. I'm running late. Still, I was 45 minutes late when I finally got to the station. The captain was sitting behind the desk. He squeezed a kid these days out of his mouth. He seemed to lose any energy, even any interest to speak to me. Then I was transferred to the archives. As computers and the internet became prevalent in our daily lives, important data such as ID and such turned into electronic records. The ability to quickly retrieve necessary information from information data is crucial for quality of being said. Okay. How could I have overslept on my first day? Please, brother. Please help me fix this, please. Becoming a member of a criminal investigation department has always been my dream since childhood. I don't want to go to the archives. What's criminal investigation? And is that much better than archives? Well, criminal investigation is where the police try to solve cases and catch bad guys. But you can't completely discard archives either. Okay, and the next letter. My name is Carlos. I'm 18 years old. It was a big day, because I was finally going to leave Mexico. Uncle Depp had always helped me out of the orphanage, and Auntie Benita, who was matron of the orphanage, used to tell me that if I ever wanted to go to a foreign country, I would need to have a passport first. And then I would need a visa. Fine, I could go to the airport and buy a ticket, then I could fly wherever I wanted to go. I'd gotten my passport, and apparently going to Hong Kong didn't require a visa. All I needed was a plane ticket. Uncle Depp and I headed out early, before the seaman came out. He'd been driving me through the mountains for 6 hours to get to the international airport. He then stuffed a couple of warm burritos wrapped in paper into my backpack before I said goodbye. I didn't even know when I would see you again. I already missed him. I walked into the airport and couldn't help slowing down into my aberration. The place was so big, no wonder tickets were expensive. I needed to ask someone to tell me where I could buy a ticket. I bumped into another man. 3 boxes he was carrying fell on the ground. I had to pick up the boxes and stack them. I hope nothing inside got broken. The man was wearing a pair of glasses with golden frames. He seems like a nice person. He took the boxes out of my hand and was not mad at me at all. He just nodded and walked away. He really was nice. Even though there were signs of the airport, I couldn't read many of them. I walked around twice before I even found the ticket counters. The ticket cost over 10,000 pesos, just like Uncle Depp had told me. I had all my savings with me, including the money my parents and sister had left for me, as well as what I had earned during part-time jobs. It was only a little over 20,000 pesos altogether. However, something terrible happened. I couldn't find my wallet. I could clearly remember checking to make sure I'd had it when I left. Maybe I'd dropped it in Uncle Depp's car. Ran outside of the airport. I saw a man who had bumped earlier was still wandering around with those 3 boxes. Was he lost? But I didn't have time to worry about him. I had to go check to see whether or not Uncle Depp had already left. I couldn't find him anywhere outside the airport. He probably had headed back. Had to walk towards the mountains along the road when we had arrived on. With my backpack on, feeling awful. It wasn't a popular road and it was already too late. There were no other cars in sight. I hoped I could get a ride tomorrow morning. Lord, why was I so unlucky? Where's Mexico? It's a big country in the west. West? To our west? Do we live in the east? No, of course not. We don't live in their world, so there's no seesaw anywhere. The Earth is round planet, so east or west are all relative. Relative? You're not making any sense. Do you mean the Mexican people would save their own countries in the west too? Now it's just confusing me too. Oh, by the way, the writers of your letters were from China? I always feel a strange sense of closeness when I think of China. Mexico feels more distant for me. Why is that? I guess more people would write from China, maybe? Maybe Chinese people all over the earth. A lot of them in every country. Really? Just letter written in Chinese too? Was that the earlier ones? Because they all look the same to me. Oh no, this is our language. In fact, the people who wrote to us came from many different countries. They would use different languages. But once we receive them, they're all automatically translated into a language we can understand. Wow. Being a god so convenient. So basically, Carlos got pickpocketed. There's literally one place I can move this. To there. You're going to bump into another man. I have no idea who you're going to bump into. But you aren't going to get pickpocketed, Carlos. I noticed there was a sign ahead. Though I couldn't read it, I have a feeling it must be pointed to ticket counters. Oh, he had great instincts. A ticket cost over 10,000 pesos, just like Uncle Deppard told me. I had all my savings with me, including the money my parents and sister left me, as well as what I'd earned during part-time jobs. It's a little over 20,000 pesos altogether. Hope I'll be able to come back someday. 3 hours later, with a booming noise, the airplane took off. Felt something suddenly pushing me into a seat cushion. I could see Mexico City becoming smaller and smaller outside the window. And the orphanage Montalac had come and turned into a small white dot. I suddenly started to feel nervous. My mind was racing. What if a plane went down? Hoped it would fall in the ocean so I could still swim back, but the seatbelt thing was annoying. If I got untie it, I'd be dragged into the water with a plane. Heard it was something called insurance. That would pay a lot of money if someone died. I should get that. Maybe it would be enough for Alicia to buy a new house in Mexico City. Just when my brain was spinning with all these questions, a beautiful lady asked me if I would like some water. Oh no, no, no. I took my wallet again. There was only a little over 10,000 pesos left. Mexican currency. Also Cuban pesos and Filipino pesos. From now on, I must be careful about spending every single one of them. Heard everything was really expensive in Hong Kong. Must save up before I find Alicia. Alicia, sister, I'm coming for you. The Lord will bless us. I heard a voice of a woman screaming in a crowd. Stop him! He's got my purse! I looked down and a man I'd bumped into was holding a woman's purse. He actually tried to push me away. As a policeman defending justice, how could I let a criminal escape during judgment of the law? I grabbed his collar. Take this! I took the bastard to a police station. Ended up late, of course, but the captain let me off the hook after stopping a robber. Captain Gong answered with bloodstains on my shirt, gave a faint smile and asked me why I wanted to become a police officer. I stood straight up, put my hands behind my back and held my hand up high, and replied firmly, "To defend justice!" Captain scratched his balding head and smiled. Go report to Unit 4. What? Unit 4? Heard my heart start to sink. Heard so many rumours about Unit 4, even when I was in the police academy. Yay! Rank S on both of them. He didn't get exactly what he wanted, but it's better than being in archives. We have more of the post. We have something about his sister and a kidnapping case. Let's do another one with Carlos and Chang Yongmin. Hong Kong was different than I had imagined. Back home in Mexico, everything was so colourful. But Hong Kong was just grey. Grey streets, grey buildings, grey store signs, and grey homeless people. There was me sitting in the middle of them looking odd. I never knew that pesos couldn't be exchanged to Hong Kong dollars here. When I woke up, I found a few more coins by my feet. Had to take them, I must survive. None of these homeless people seemed to like me very much. Perhaps because I could only get about half as many coins as I could. I had a big sister named Alicia. She was 9 years older than me. We both grew up in an orphanage in Montlahok. It was a rural place. You had to travel 4 kilometres to get to the nearest town, Coatepec, just to make a phone call. I couldn't remember anything about my own parents. My big sister was the only person I had in this world. 9 years ago, she left Mexico to make more money. She used to write me letters every few months. Every time a mailman came, I would be so excited to see it was an envelope with my name on it. And when I couldn't read much, Auntie Benita would always read them to me. Alicia didn't seem to have the easiest time, but she'd seen so much of the outside world. By reading her letters, I felt I got to see what Alicia had seen as well. I could almost feel like I was right there with her in a big, new, interesting and fascinating world that I'd never seen before. However, we had stopped hearing from her about a year ago. Her last letter had come from Hong Kong, so I'd asked Uncle Deb to find a tutor who could teach me how to read and speak a little local language. I'd worked so hard to make more money for the trip. I'd done all this so I could come to Hong Kong, even though I wasn't sure if he was still in the city. Still, even though it was just the tiniest bit of hope, I would never give up. I knew how to find my sister and make sure she was okay. I'd arrived at Pitt Street. Pitt Street had been my postmark of Alicia's last letter. Maybe someone nearby might have seen her. Before I left, Auntie Benita had given me an old cell phone. I pulled up a picture of Alicia on my phone. Held up the phone, asking people door to door if I'd seen my sister. I couldn't tell if they simply couldn't understand me, or would have waved their hands at me every time before I'd barely spoken. When I was halfway through the street, I found myself behind a large crowd of people. Thick, dark smoke was coming out from a building nearby. People were shoving and running out of it. More and more people started to gather on the street, many of them even taking pictures of their phones. The fire truck finally arrived. My cell phone suddenly rang. My cell phone fell to the ground. My cell phone was vibrating on the ground. It fell through a storm drain. No! The sewer water was flowing rapidly in the drain. Held onto a drain and tried my best to look down. Maybe the phone was stuck somewhere. Looked for a long time, and even tried to reach it in my hand, but I couldn't get it. I was so tired, disappointed and desperate. I couldn't pretend anymore. I fell to the ground feeling like shit. That cell phone was the most valuable thing I had. There was only a picture of my sister on it. Lord, please help me. I really don't know if I could even find my big sister without it. So Carlos is trying to find his sister. He's got a picture of his sister on his phone, and he drops his phone because he's holding it when it vibrates. Somebody tried to ring it, apparently. Meanwhile, the office wing of Criminal Investigation Unit 4 looked like a small warehouse that hadn't been organised in forever. It was a crowded and messy in the first place, but almost every desk had stacks of files at least 20 centimetres tall, as well as all kinds of evidence and other random items. I stood straight up and gave a salute. Chang Young Min reporting at duty, Unit 4. Yeah, that is his back, by the way. Why has he got a sniper rifle? What kind of police officer uniform outfit is this? Only 2 other people there beside me. One of them was wiping down his rifle. He looked at me with a strange examining look in his face. The other one had a dark circles around his eyes which made him look like he hadn't slept for days. He was looking over some files. Judging from his seat, he must be the infamous Lieutenant of Unit 4, Kang Bek-ya. Lieutenant Kang gave me a glance, with a half-smoked cigarette in his mouth, then mumbled, "You, over there." I followed the direction of his look and sat at a desk he seemed to be referring to. Many old bags of McDonald's were stacked on top of it, and all filled with leftovers of trash. It was also directly opposite the bathroom, facing it. It was okay, as long as I had somewhere to sit. I was about to ask Lieutenant Kang what I should do next when my phone in his desk rang. He took a call, put down the phone, and announced to us it was a gang-related hostage situation 2 blocks from the station. I never thought my opportunity to defend justice would arrive so soon. Lieutenant Kang put out a cigarette in an ashtray and stood up. I followed him. He grabbed his coat and asked, "Hey, new guy, you got your gun?" "My gun? No, not yet." "Where do you think you're going?" "Stay by the phone and take notes if anything comes up. Don't speak too much." I can still help without a gun. As a policeman, I swore to defend justice and prevent all offences against people and property. Justice. Ha! Lieutenant Kang burst into laughter, but I could even finish my sentence. Think justice is going to block a bullet from hitting you? Well, kid, I've seen plenty of idiots like you. In my unit, there's only one rule you need to remember at all times, which is to follow the orders. Huh? That wasn't what I meant at all. Just trying to help. First time my job was already having such a misunderstanding with my lieutenant. But before I could explain myself, Lieutenant Kang continued. If you have a problem with staying by the phone, you can just go home and don't bother if you don't come back tomorrow. There we are, man, though. After I left, I sat down in my seat opposite the bathroom. As my nose was catching glimpses of fake smell, I let out a defeated sigh. When I went to a police academy, people would always have an understanding smile on their face when Unit 4 was brought up. Everyone had heard all sorts of rumours about this place. Lieutenant Kang was the infamous dictator of the Criminal Investigation Department. Everyone must follow his orders without question. He had a peculiar personality, was extremely rough, even cruel with the criminals. Besides, Lieutenant Kang was a lot younger than other lieutenants. Therefore, many people speculated that Kang had only gotten his position because of nepotism. As a result, no rookers ever wanted to join Unit 4. As for Unit everyone dreamt of getting into, that'd be Unit 1. Unit 1 had over 30 officers, was widely considered to be the best unit in the department. Yet here I was assigned to Unit 4. I was talking when the phone rang again. There was another hostage case in Bupyeongdong. Still, no one in Unit 4 was available. Suppose this is my time to shine. I would have seen in 10 minutes. It was a 10-story apartment building. I could vaguely see two people on the ledge of a rooftop. People told me they were a married couple. Husband had borrowed too much money from loan sharks and couldn't pay them back. That's why he wanted to jump off a building and had forced his wife up there with him. Well, let's see how I, Chang Young-min, would brilliantly solve this case. One of his feet was already at the edge of the ledge. It was holding a knife against a frightened wife's neck. I walked over there. Stop! I'm telling you, stop! He got wild up. His right foot missed a ledge. He fell over and dragged his wife with him. Wait, no! Before I even had a chance to talk him down, both of them disappeared out of my sight. It was a terrible scene at the bottom of the building. Even though it was 10 floors above the ground, I felt like I could still smell the blood. It must make me sick. I stood there in shock for the first time I finally recognised what it felt like to be a real policeman. Oh God. What the hell have I done? Could I even be any more stupid? Please, Buddha. Please make me have another chance. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so we got 4 messages and only 2 places to put them between. Just about ordering and who gets what message. If I do that. Okay, if I do that, I'll do that there. But you don't want to drop your phone. And you're going to drop your phone. Let's try that. I don't think that's the optimal solution, but let's try it. I tried to talk some sense into him. I told him, but one could always earn back the money. I said he still had his wife for support, so he shouldn't give up yet. I even tried to ask him if he would like some Dulcet bibimbap for dinner. But none of the techniques I'd learned from the academy worked. The standoff kept going. The wife was clearly physically exhausted and looked like he was mentally drained too. Honey, if you want to die so much, let me go with you then. Hope we can both be happy in our next lives. She grabbed a knife around her neck and cut her own throat. Blood was gushing out. Then she collapsed. The man's face was covered with blood. He seemed to have lost the ability to talk. He slowly knelt down and took the knife out of the woman's hand. It looked like he had completely lost his mind. I couldn't make it happen a second time. I sprinted ahead a few steps and kicked the knife out of his hand. I pinned the man down to the ground. He looked to his wife's body, which was only half a metre away, slowly losing its warmth, and wept. Neither of them had expected a situation to turn out like that. I was suspended due to serious consequences caused by my recklessness or unauthorised actions. There's total chaos in front of a burning building. Fire trucks, firemen, fire hoses. The fire department had taken charge of the situation. I walked up to the fireman nearby and asked if there was anything I could do to help. A foreigner? He asked, looking at me. Really shouldn't stay here. If we don't pull out this fire today, it will be a dying thousand deaths. Some confused look, then added, You're new here. This is the headquarters of a Black Dragon gang. The most powerful gang in this area. Yes, gang. Bad people. There are gangs in your country, right? So stay away from here. Leave. Okay. Shu got an okay ending. That's a bad option. Fire truck needs to be there. You can't drop your there. I don't want to walk there. Okay, so I'm in front of a burning building. I put my cell phone back in my pocket and left the crowd. Walked to the next street asking pedestrians about Alicia. Okay. You can't walk over there, that's a bad option. Let's try that option. Who the hell would be calling me at this godforsaken moment? I turned around and answered the phone quietly. It's from the station. They told me something important happened to the unit. I must get back as soon as possible to wait further instructions. Hung up the phone and turned around, only to realise a couple had disappeared from the ledge. There's a terrible scene at the bottom. Okay, you get a bad ending. Total chaos, fire trucks and everything. Walked to a fireman. The fireman quickly ran past me, knocked the phone out of my hand. I'm behind him and immediately stepped on the phone. No! But I know you really shouldn't stay here. Can't seem to get it to work no matter how hard I'm not too stupid. It's not your fault. Something seems to be tied up over there with Kangbek Ya. Want to solve a problem over there and might impact this one too. Is that a thing too? Occasionally you might not be able to solve a current case because something has happened somewhere else. When this occurs, you will see orange text and letters. The appearance of orange text typically means you'll need to consult another letter to handle the current one. So basically, if I see orange text and letter, I should go and check on other letters first? Correct. Sometimes you might need to handle other letters first. Other times it might just be that you look for clues in the other letters. In either case, it depends on the letters. You will have to use your own judgment. It's happened too often, but you encounter them. You have to take advantage of hints in the letters too. But you already notice, every time you open a letter, you get to see a number of small coloured squares. Oh yeah, what are those? Small squares can be one of three colours: yellow, pink and grey. Some are solid while some are empty. These squares represent all possible endings for these events described. Solid ones stand for endings you've discovered, while empty ones are endings you've yet to reach. A solid square, a yellow one marks a selected ending you've chosen at the moment, which means the yellow square could only be solid and never empty. For solid pink squares in your hand represent the endings you've discovered but not selected at the moment. Pink empty squares are the endings you've not discovered yet. All these squares can be strictly arranged in order: S, A, B, C, D, E, F, X. Which could be helpful reference when making your decisions. What about grey squares? Grey squares may be solid or empty, but are less common. Sometimes development of certain events may be impacted by other people doing things. For instance, this incident in Chang Young Min was affected by the incident in Kang Bek's yard, so as a grey square. A grey square means that under current conditions, the probability of potential ending happening is 0, or in layman's terms, it can't happen. Once you solve a related problem, the square will be no longer grey. Meanwhile, a previous ending we have reached will now turn grey instead. I understand it's very confusing when I explain it to you like this. However, I believe once you're done with Chang Young Min's story, you'll figure out how it works. Okay. Got a new poster anyway. Tell you what, I'll actually do a new post.
¿Qué hice mal?
Heavenly Father, what have I done wrong?
하느님,
My
저를
God.
용서해 주소서.
Okay, we've got two more letters which seem to be linked. Although they might, that one interjects with Chang, so it might mean that she's probably Carlos's sister. We'll find out next time, shall we? So until then, thanks for watching, have a wonderful day, and stay safe.